decrees, vexing everybody on the planet. And hey, he's turned like I say, he turned everything upside down. The scriptures, the way he made us.
He's turning man upside down. He wants man to cut off his known part and be another gender, man.
Right.
Who in their rabbit ass mind would think of something like that but the wicked, man? Right. You can be something. You don't have to be a man. You can be a woman. That's a damn wicked individual. That's a wicked nation to even come up with laws and decrees. That's wicked for you to even bring that to the board. Have a whole goddamn platform set up to even talk about that shit, man, for hours. And they do that shit, man.
But this is a God-fearing nation, though.
Right. This nigga set up a goddamn whole board meeting to talk about cutting off a man rod, man.
But in God we trust them.
Yeah, hypocrisy, man.
Which God though? There's many gods.
Yeah, right. Well, we know his God is Satan, man.
God.
That's why that precept in verse 9 it said he's coming to do the workings of Satan.
That's right.
So let's finish that out.
God, I'll read it again. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Right. So this man has he portrays himself with these signs, lying wonders. He tries to exalt himself with this power, right? Which is not real power, man. Esau doesn't have the inclination of what true power is, man. All right, true power rests with the nation of Israel via Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man.
Right. And he said signs and lying wonders because Esau got so proud when he set up his satellites, he got his internet, his different types of technology. Now he's doing his transhumanism, all these different various things. He said now he's very proud, man, because these are signs and lying wonders. But that's why that MOTB is a very key, heavy point of prophecy, man. Because with the MOTB, his signs and lies and wonders are really going to catch these people off they're going to catch them off guard. They're going to be thrown off guard. Because if you make a goddamn land person start to walk and do various things, hey, people going to be like, man, this man is like God. That's what they're going to think, man.
That's part of the Lord giving these people eyes to struggle, man. Yeah. So they sleep, they can't tell what's going on.
Right. Yep. Hey, but this is the pursuing the Obadiah. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, man. Yep. See, because Esau, he's so puffed up. He really think he got it like that. Yep. See, but not understanding all the things that he's doing, he got to pay a tab for. Yep. You got that sword, that Romans? Yep.
Romans 9 and 22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction.
Right, and those vessels of wrath fitted for destruction, that's Esau, man. See? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, they just salivating, waiting to come down on this fucking devil, man. Because he's so damn oppressive and wicked, man. This man of lawlessness has tried to exalt himself above them. You see, he's tried to exclude the truth from the world, man. You see, he's oppressed his people. He's oppressed the planet. Everything that this man has propagated, right, and pushed this narrative has been oppressive down to a micro level, man. All right. So these are vessels of wrath that are fitted for destruction. All right, that's Esau to a T.
And he's just serving his purpose.
Yeah. That's right.
That's why it says he that will let take it out the way.
That left hand had to be fulfilled, man. The wickedness on the left hand had to be fulfilled in order,
y'all know how to get there?
In order to take this devil out of
how
power.
to get there?
Right? Because the Lord can come back now and take him down, man. But the Lord is what? He's a man of his word. He's a power of his word. You know? So yeah, long suffering, that's right. You know? What you got on?
Revelation chapter 17, verse 8. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit.
That beast is referring to America, right? That came out of the bottomless pit, all right? Which is
that will ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition.
Okay, so that bottomless pit came out the bottomless pit. This is the seventh hit, right? Okay.
Where you at?
First hit.
Go ahead.
And shall wonder. Those names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. When they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is.
So they're fitted for destruction, man. Again, those vessels fitted for destruction, man.
We got again, reverse it again.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 8. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit.
Right, which is really the Roman Empire, but it's not really the Roman Empire, right? Really dealing with America, right? Read on.
And go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder.
Right. And and these people that are gonna wonder after the beast is what? 2/3. 2/3, all right, these Edomites, okay? Rest of these heathen nations, like it tells you in Revelation 13. Right? They said that that they will all worship him. Right? So these are the people that are not found in the book of life. Huh? Yeah, you got it.
Revelation 13 and 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life,
Right.
of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Right. So the reason why they're going to worship this beast or this man, I should say, all right, is because they were not part of the elect. They were not found in the book of life, man. Right. So when they introduced this this new technological way, right, the image of the beast that's speaking, people are they're gonna sell out. They're gonna be a part. They're gonna be willingly a part of this, take part of the system. Right. When they get rid of the paper money, they bring in this whole digital format as they've been talking about in these World Economic Forums. People are gonna be with it.
And it lines up capital with Elon Musk buying Twitter.
Right.
What is Twitter known for? Instant what? Instant you can instantly say how you feel right then and there. So why would a person, if you own Twitter and you own Neuralink, what is that lining up? So you can instantly boom your thoughts into your Neuralink onto your app. That's what that is all about, man. It's all set up because that lines up with the elders going into the beast system. All this lines up together, man. All these talks at the economic forum with Elon Musk, with them Carl Schwab, with all these different things and agendas that's taking place, they're lining up with the beast system as we're going into the beast. It's all hand in hand.
Where you at? You on?
The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. When they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is.
Right, which is America, man. And the people are going to be wooed off the beast. they're going to willingly take part of this new system that's being pushed right now, man. They're getting ready to make that major transition. I did a lesson on that to be prepared, all right, for the transition of this man's wicked enterprise, right? Their main goal is to establish the NWO, all right, a rulership under Satan, right? Where Satan's rule is going to dwell on the earth forever. But once again, the Lord has them in a strong delusion, man. The Lord, as Scripture tells you in Psalms, the 2nd chapter, right? Why did the heathen rage imagine a vain thing, man? Right? The Lord said that He shall laugh at them, man. Right? Because this place is, hey, we at the brink of destruction. Right? Everything is set up. Okay. Putin is ready to wage war with the West. China and Putin have made that ultimate alliance. Right? So, hey, this Ukraine thing is going to lead into what? World War III, the war at Armageddon, man. Right? Everything as you know it is about to crash and be destroyed.
Right, and these damn people actually throw the win away. Wars don't start off just a blink of an eye. No, it causes a wars always start with economic hits, man. If I start gradually taking this from you and you take this from me, that does what, man? That messes up my economy and that hurts my citizens. So I have to wage war with you. So these people really thought that in Ukraine and Russia that died down. No, it starts with economic wars first. You got that's simple, man. But now that these economic woes is about to start hitting, and you about to see jabs being taken, man. You about to see blows being took, man. And that's going to lead to what? World War III, man. Because it all is lining up together, man. He mustered a host to the battle, man.
This is Matthew 24 and 37. This is, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Whereas in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. Right. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. And you see everybody, man, everybody's still in that birth spirit, man. That day comes, World War III breaks out. That's it, man. Yeah. The doors of mercy gonna close, and that's it for y'all.
That's true. Pretty much what happened was true. Like if you just have to release the mandates on the dance and shit like that, what happened? Oh, that shit. Hey, but instead of people taking it serious, goddamn, man, people out here and partying around. Hey, they enjoying another song.
They think it's a normal. This is just another day in Babylon. We go to the concert now. We good. We got to put the mask back on, girl. You back good. That's why the Lord said, "What? I come as a thief in the night, and the day of your security, thou shall be destroyed." Because you actually think everything is all good, but the Lord gonna bam hit you with that damn right, gonna catch you off guard, man. I gotta bring it up.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14, jump straight to the point. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. You see that? So, amen. He answered me and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. When thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Wherefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things in the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Verse 5.
Right, and we see all these things. Uproars of the people, the seditions of men, all right, the trumpet of war, the sound of destruction that's going throughout, that's being heard throughout the land, as the scriptures say. All these different things that the Lord said that we would see and know before he would come back.
The skirt being lifted, yes.
Yeah.
Right, transition to Proverbs, the 7th chapter. I want to keep this on that strange in Babylon the Great. We'll start with Proverbs 14 and 12.
This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
Those ways that seem right, most of the people out here.
But the end thereof are the ways of death.
So the end thereof are the ways of death. The ways of justice are breaking down by the great. Some things of death.
All right, this is Proverbs chapter 7. Starting at verse 1 and it reads, it says, Proverbs 7 and 1, it says, my son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee.
Keep the word before you. Cherish it, you know, like cherish it. That's basically what you got to do with the word.
Yep. Verse 2, Proverbs 7 and 2. Keep my commandments and live.
And by keeping the word, you know, it allows us to live. You know?
And my law is the apple of thine eye.
And you got something that's the apple of your eye to live with. Cherish it. You know? Job 23, verse 12. Neither have I gone back with the commandment of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more necessary. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food. Right? So Job, when he was going through his afflictions, right? He esteemed the word of Yahweh outside the law, statutes, and commandments more than food. And we know that food is a component that we use to nourish our body and stay hydrated and stay it was a necessary thing, more necessary.
That's why I can have a chance to answer one bit by bit.
It's going back to the second verse, it said, keep my commandments and live. Well, you actually live.
1:1, it says, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die."
Back in Proverbs 7:4, say unto wisdom, thou art my sister.
So wisdom is likened to a woman.
And call understanding thy kinswoman.
Alright, so again, wisdom is likened to a woman. It's the only woman you can take, you know?
Yeah. Right?
They say that in Sarat, you know, seek wisdom, like one that traces, that's basically somebody that helps. You know, you gotta hunt wisdom.
Right. You gotta keep wisdom close. You gotta keep her beside you. Right? Verse 5, Proverbs 7:5, it says, they that may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flatters her, which flattereth with her words.
God talking about the ways of Babylon the Great. She flatters with her words. You know, trying to make it appear as if, you know, the way her ways are what's good for Jacob. You know?
God. Right, yeah, because you'll be seduced. This place was set up to seduce you, to lead you in the path of destruction. Right? Verse 6. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youth, a young man void of understanding.
It's talking about Jacob and his marriage to Babylon the Great. You know, it says the man that one time way of understanding, so the man that's not getting dead. Right. It's going into Jacob.
Verse 8, passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot.
So, you know, with the harlot, she's showing everything. She's trying to, you know, talk to her. You know, kind of tight.
With the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart.
And so of heart, the devil is very crafty. You know, Babylon is ruled by Esau and Eve. You know, and they said that going to Genesis 25. This devil was a man of the field, so he was very crafty. This is that word, the word son of those.
Genesis 25:27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
God should just go into that cunning part. Esau studies his brain, so he knows what Jacob likes. You know?
He knows how to seduce you. Hey, give me that one where it talks about the serpent was more subtle. Give me that real quick. Genesis 3:1, I believe. Got it out? Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Right, and the beasts of the field represent those nations. So these particular people, they were more subtle, they were more crafty. Right? A nation of charmers, man. Just like these devils today. As we talked about earlier, man, that his words are smoother than butter. He knows how to entice you. He knows how to reel you in, man. Same thing with Babylon, man. This whore. It knows how to seduce you. The ways of the world, it'll suck you in, destroy you. You know.
The war was it.
That's it.
And this devil also, he wants to destroy you. See that? Speak smooth things to you, but then, you know, behind closed doors, he wants you to, exactly. You got a knife in it. Proverbs 16:24. Blessed words are as a honeycomb, sweet to the soul, and a heat to the bone. There is a way that's the right unto a man, but the end are the ways of death. Right, man. So don't let nobody say, this is what, hey, man, this is good for me, this is good for me. Both parties, hey, man, at the end of the day, man, this man brings nothing but death.
Chapter 12, verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crafty, yet take good heed and beware of him. Thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped away a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been to get altogether wiped away. So this man is slick. He's slick, he's cunning. You gotta see right through it. Right now you got all this technology, you got the scriptures bagging it up, you can see right through the devil. The scriptures tell you what this devil is capable of. Tell you that he is the devil. Watch out for him.
Then
his work speak for itself.
Right.
You ain't gotta say much. You can take out slavery and just bring out the atrocities devil do. He's still gonna get judged for that shit. All the wars, millions of lives.
Proverbs, I'll read verse 7, verse 10. Proverbs 7 and 10, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house.
She's loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. The brother grabbed Africa. Exactly. This devil, just like Psalm 37:5, it said that he can control himself. You know, he was Westernization. You can't stay in different affairs.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgressed by wine.
Don't tell his philosophy.
He is a proud man,
Proud man.
neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
They're just going into the point that he can't stay at home. That's why you got McDonald's overseas. You got military bases in basically every country.
Yeah, that shows you that this is Rome all over again. Because Rome spread their military thin. They had different, they call them garrisons. They had different garrisons in these various other nations. And this is nothing but what America, they have different embassies and different goddamn, same thing set up in these different nations in these last days.
The main thing with spread across the world is
Yep.
In every country, some form of American doctrine is in every country on earth. You know, so and that's undeniable. That's right.
Proverbs 7 and Proverbs 7 and 12. I'll read 11 again. Proverbs 7:11. She is loud and stubborn, and her feet abide not in her house. Now she is without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait on every corner.
lying wait to basically try to trap something. He's trying to trap Jacob.
Yep. How does this place try to trap you through its ways that are contrary to the Lord? All right, there's different harlot houses, churches, man, there's philosophies, idolatry, all the trap Jacob for his death. All right, because remember, this place is regarded as a whore. A whore is set up to seduce you, man. That's right. You know. Yep.
So you can't come out here and fall to all the pleasures of this world.
Yep.
We've always done that. Like, even when you go back in history, we always played the whore. Yeah, played the whore. You know, starting with mama with food, worshiping false God. All of that.
Hey, it said what the sons of God go to him.
That's right.
It says let the new one in the sun.
That's what we want to say.
Ecclesiasticus 19:2. Wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away, and he that cleaveth to harlots will become impudent.
That's the point, man. You know, you gotta be locked in with the real woman, with Sophia, man. All right, wisdom, man. All right, which will preserve your life. You know.
The definition of impudent, it says, not show due respect for another person and burden. The synonym is shameless.
And ultimately, when you walk around shameless, you without the covering.
Right.
You ain't got the garments on, man. You ain't got the truth. You ain't got the oil. You're lacking, right? Reading on. Proverbs 7:13. So she caught him and kissed him. And with an impudent face, he said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day I have paid my vows. Right? That's seducing. You know? He says, therefore I came forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee.
It says diligent.
It's the Webster's Merriam diligent, characterized by steady, earnest, and energetic effort, painstaking.
So this devil was persistent in his efforts to get Jacob. That's because he knows who we are. He came diligent because he had a goal. I think because he knows who he is.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83. Keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
So Jake got natural enemies, you know. He started with Esau even. He said, lifted up the head with great pride because he blasphemed first and foremost the Lord and then his neighbor.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
And to that crafty counsel, you know, the biggest conspiracy theory, you know, ever known to man, you know, from the story of the nation. Right?
They have said, come, and let us cut them off of being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance.
And they did this because, again, they know who we are, and they know by keeping us in the lower state, you know, the Lord isn't going to fight for us. They're going to, it's going to push forth them being able to stay in power. You know, but in this time coming now, the Lord is removing that power, or the power seat.
You know that's true because when you look at all these different historians and museums, they always exclude the history of Israel. They never really go in depth about the topics or the history.
I got one real good. This book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 17. And this is what the nations know. And whence they sinned not before their power, they prospered. And we was doing right in the Heavenly Father's eyes, we prospered. You can go look back through the kingdoms of King David, King Solomon, and various other kingdoms when Jacob's in a position of rulership under the law, statutes, commandments, man. We prospered, man. He says, because Yahweh that hated iniquity was with them. So the Lord was with us, man. But let's keep going as we sin. 18. But when they departed from their way, which they have appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore and very laid captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by their enemies, man. So when we broke the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible, and then go back to the Native Americans, these so-called heathens, they was able to take us down, man, because our Lord was not with us, man. We sinned before the Lord, man. That's why when you go in the book of what? Isaiah 59:2, he said your iniquities had hidden himself from thee, man. So when we sin against our power, the Lord does what? He turns his back on us, man. We have looking into it as a whore.
Right. That's why these top leaders in the world dealing with these devils and these heathen nations, they go hard to keep us away from the truth. That's why, hey, they don't bat an eye when you call yourself a Muslim or a Christian or you into the black consciousness thing, Kim and all that. They don't care about that, but the moment you call yourself an Israelite, it's a problem. You're a threat. You're a threat. Yeah. You know, it's all about keeping you away from your power, ultimately getting you cut off from that birthright because they want that birthright back.
That's a war tactic.
Right.
The war tactic, if I come in and pillage your village, and I have these Negro, Latino, Native Americans growing up as black people, they will never know who they really are, so they don't know that, guess what, you're still at war. You're a POW, prisoners of war, and your ancestors fought for nothing now, man. That's how the white man looks at it, man.
To teach the lies, you have to know the truth.
Yep.
So in order for them to cause us to go astray, they have to first know that we are the true people of this Bible.
That's right.
This is Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 8. For thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, after the glory that he has sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. So all the nations, Esau, all the wickedness have you done this, you touch the most high apple of his eye. And guess what? Third World War is right at the doorstep. He's going to release us from you all. Verse 9, and behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and there shall be spoil to their servants, and you're going to be the slave this time. Yahweh Shai is coming to kill us. And ye shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, had sent me. So that's it. Y'all going down.
Right. In Proverbs 7 and 16, it says, I have decked my bed with coverings of texture.
That's basically Babylon Greek. Coming with the best man's captivity got off. This is why.
No, you good. It says, I have decked my bed with the coverings of tapestry. And it says, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt.
God, I just bought Egypt is synonymous with captivity. So that's Babylon trying to make herself appear good to Jacob. You know, that's the main reason why Jacob doesn't realize he's in captivity. Right, you know?
It says, I perfume my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love into the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. This verse 18. Yep. I'll read 17. Proverbs 7 and 17. I perfume my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love into the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves.
And that's this place trying to get Jacob to commit spiritual adultery. You know?
And that's spiritual too, because what's the main spirit upon our people? That you gotta love everybody. That worldly, that philosophy of the world, that God loves everybody, you ain't supposed to hate and all that madness, right? That same spirit is upon Jake today. That's why Jake can't let go of that Christianity, man. You know?
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, and verse 9. For the ungodly and its ungodliness are both unlike unto the hateful and unto Yahweh. For they that which have made shall be punished together with him that made it. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation. Because of the creature of Yahweh, they are become an abomination and stumbling block to souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise, man. And this is like we're going into. Hey, Jake is falling to all these snares and traps because they're unwise. That's why the scriptures say, man, hey, is Israel a homeborn slave? Yes, but they don't know who they actually are, man. My people are foolish. They do not know me, man. They fall to the feet of the wise going to Christianity, Muslims, and all these various other things that Jake want to do, man. Because this devil set it up where you can just do what you want, man.
And that's pleasurable to Jake. Yeah, that's the seducement. That's the seducement, if that's a word, right? Because those things are pleasurable unto our people, and therefore they stumble and they err.
Verse 12. You can have this, Cap. Verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
Right, because our people always fell to idolatry, following the ways of the heathen nations, their customs, and totally forgetting about their power. That's why we're in this predicament today. Right?
It says, in the invention of them, corruption of life.
Right, and the invention of those idols was what? The corruption of life. Right? What you had,
I had something. I was actually talking about a woman, but she could apply it to, you know, this is the book of 1 Exodus, chapter 4, verse 26. Ye, many there be that have run out their wits for women.
Ooh, that's heavy, yeah.
And become servants for their sake.
Right. And our people are servants to the strange woman. Right?
Verse 27. Many also have erred and sinned for women.
Yeah, there you go. And like you said, in the spiritual aspect, the ultimate strange woman dealing with Babylon, the whore, but also what these wicked philosophies in ways contrary to the Lord.
This heifer right here got Jake through.
Yeah.
Selling everything, giving a car up, anything to please this. Jake loves this fake ass Christianity.
That's right.
Jake loves, and especially his guy. Especially the picture, I know y'all done probably seen it, with a goddamn Judite woman sees a guy and thinks he's so-called Jesus and had to take a picture with him and shit, man.
He say he's fine and all that.
Yeah. Fucking, that's seductive, man.
Yeah.
Jake is drunk out here, man.
Jake don't realize is, hey, these people got to be destroyed, man. Everyone that's taking a part on it, they ain't going to be destroyed with them real quick. Zephaniah 1 and 8. When the Lord, when it shall come to pass that in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish the princes, kings, children, and all such that are clothed with strange garments. Right, man. So if they ain't putting on the garment of righteousness, man, we put on Sophia, man. You know, hey, you gonna be punished. And so no matter what you got on, hey, I was a Buddhist. I wasn't something. It don't matter, man. If you ain't got on the garments that you have about 2 hours shine, hey, you're gonna be destroyed again. And that's why scriptures say how people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because our people, they don't want to read the scriptures. They rather lay down in bed with America, man. It's harder. Hey, see, right now, they destroyed on a mental level. That's right. But the Lord about to bring that physical destruction to the end. That's right. That's right.
Exodus 23 and 33 says, they shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee. Hey, so that shows you, man, that desegregation, man, was wicked as hell. Like, that made us go out even more. While we were segregated, we had our own little community and shit. But once they took that out of the way, man, Jay started serving those guys. I mean, even back then, they were serving Jesus.
That's right. That's right. And that go back to that crafty council, man, how these devils, how they force that on our people. See that?
They forced this on us.
That's right.
Yeah, it wasn't worse than this shit, man.
That's right.
That's abomination.
That's right.
They force fed this down our people's throat, man.
That's right.
Well, guess what? The Lord gonna force feed these missiles down your throat. Thus said the scripture. You gonna get hit with missiles, man. The Israelites gonna be saved. You ain't gonna get up out of this one, boy.
God. That's why it's very important to have these wisdom, man.
This is Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 6. Eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire his dainty meats. So you're not supposed to be, lusting after the ways of this wicked kingdom, man. Now all these ways are the ways of death. So if you're going after this and you're not coming back to Yahweh Shai like we was getting this, man, you're destined for destruction.
That's it. Yeah, back in Proverbs 7. In verse 19 it says, for the good man is not at home.
And the good man being Mashiach. This is basically got my break trying to get you again to commit spiritual fornication. But also, yeah, that's basically them trying to make it seem as if the Lord isn't going to see, which in the scripture it says that the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, so he sees everything. That's the main reason a lot of dicks sell out, because they feel like they in the spirit and they feel like the Lord is not going to know.
Right. For the good man is not at home, he has gone a long journey, which is spiritual. That's right. Right? But little do these people know and understand that the Lord is about to come back. That's right. He's going to make that grand debut, man. Right? It says, verse 20, have taken a bag of money with them and will come home at the day appointed. With her much fair speech.
And you know the word fair basically means like right. So you get a definition of fair? Basically good speech. Kind of appeal to your emotions.
Yeah, your lust. Yeah. I'll read it again. Proverbs 7:21. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him.
Right. So basically just going into that fair speech, make it seem as if it's good.
Right.
Make it seem like it's not that bad.
Right.
So that word fair, so pleasing to the eye or mind, especially because of fresh, charming, or flawless dwelling.
Yeah.
So appealing to the flesh. Which in the scripture it says, to be carnally minded is the image of the Lord.
Yeah. And that's how this place does. It pressures you in the spirit. You know? That war will press you to try to get you to lay with it, man. It's the same thing that's going on in the society through the spirit, man, in different ways of living. That's why you got something called alternative lifestyles. And which these people don't even understand. Scripture said that the person that defiles himself with mankind, roughly paraphrasing, should not inherit the kingdom of the Most High.
Testimony that my manager was telling me, once you get to the company I work at, and when the national raid come out, they got to go out there and show support. And so all the managers, the supervisors, and shit, all the higher ups and stuff, a lot of jiggy ain't with, but that's the pressure that they put on you. You want the position, and then you got to get out here and kiss some nasty people.
Yeah.
Get out here with them.
Even them celebrities. Them celebrities, they gotta support that shit. The moment they speak against it, their career is done.
Right.
So that's how I go.
And even us on social media, the moment that you say something about about the nasty people, man, they'll censor your lessons, man.
Yeah, straight up.
Take them down and all of that, man. So this place here promotes. See that? That's why scriptures say they call evil good and good evil. I'm talking about our people. But ultimately, that devil,
But who they got there from?
that's right.
Esau, you that's why it says John 8:44. Ye are the devil, ye are the father of your devil, and the lust of your father ye should do.
That's right. The Lord told us, hey, use the world, not abuse the world. That's abuse of the world, man. Hey, you willing to do all that, you little piece of this.
Because you Yikar. You Yikar. Yikar goes back to supplant. That's why you got to use the word. You got to get in there. Yeah, buddy, and get up out of there, bro.
Yeah.
Yep. Proverbs 7:22. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks. Yeah, verse 23. Till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life.
This is the way. This is the way to go. You got to chase the bag. Whatever different questions, but basically, Proverbs 14:12. It's not going to be a happy ending. That way,
yeah, it's all a trap. Everything in this whole society was set up as a snare, a trap. All right, to destroy you. Right? What you got?
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. You see that?
Right, and it's not the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics. Are they not known in the scriptures as being a foolish nation?
That's right.
A foolish people?
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
The Lord got so many names. Niggas,
Sodish,
niggard, selfish, covetous. That's a nigga.
So when you have this understanding, it's clear to understand why right? Proverbs 7:20 and 24. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O you children. Attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thy heart decline her ways. Go not astray in her paths. Yep, Proverbs 7:24. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children. Attend to the words of my mouth.
so it's a saying in the world, a hard head like a soft head. You want to have a soft head, so to speak, in this group. You just want to keep listen.
Yeah, you don't want to have a stiff neck. You don't want to be hard-headed, right?
That's right.
It's the book precept. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not on thy own understanding.
Yeah.
Hey, basically what brothers going into, man. Put your trust in the Lord, your faith in the Lord, man. You lean on your own understanding. This is why we're in this position now.
Right, but see, that's why Jacob will get destroyed, because the spirit that's on our people is what? They know it all already. You know? That's the majority of our people. They know the scriptures like they say. I know the scriptures like my first and last name. You know, I've been reading them. I've been going to church for years. But you will have no understanding.
You bring one up and say, Jacob, I ain't gonna learn that.
Right. Or you taking it out of context.
Yeah, out of context. Then asking me what context means. Oh, well, man.
Or it's a white man. Yeah.
Jake just
Yeah, that's right.
Have you noticed Jake just got them feel say what he want to feel, bro. He want to just say shit, man. That's an Edomite spirit, man.
Man, that spirit right there.
Yeah,
You know,
this nigga.
Yeah.
This nigga let you do it. This nigga let you do what you want.
That's right.
You can do what you want with Cesare Borgia.
That's right.
But the God of the Bible,
Dealing with
you
Yahweh
can't
Shai,
do that, man.
he'll put
The
his
real
foot-
God of the Bible not playing that.
He put his foot in your
He
tail.
gon- and he
dealing with
gon- that's
Yahweh
why
Shai,
you,
man.
why you think the Israelites is under Esau now, man.
That's right.
He let Esau win right now, man.
That's right.
Esau so proud he don't even know that.
That's right. God.
Romans 11:7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for.
Right, because some people, what are they seeking for? The truth.
That's right.
The meaning of life. You know, Jake be in the spirit of what's my purpose? You know?
This.
You know? Go ahead.
But the election hath obtained it, and the rest were
But
blinded.
the elect have obtained it. Meaning what? They have obtained the truth. But the rest of our people have been blinded. Right? Because if that wasn't the case, every single so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Hispanic would be in the truth. They would understand the truth. But the Lord didn't set it up that way. Right?
This book of Jeremiah chapter 10, 2. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, learn not the way of heathen. See, our people, learn all this doctrine, philosophy, these heathens, pushing forward to deceive our people. Y'all learn that. Y'all soaking that in. But when the men of the Lord tell you all that's lies, come to the scripture. This is your heritage. This is your life. This is your future. Y'all don't want to listen.
Because Jake, and that shows you that Jake learned the way of the heathen. When you have a secret club called the Black Boule, man, that shows you fully indoctrinated the ways of Esau Edom, man. That's the black man Freemasonry, man. Why would you want to be part of Esau Edom, man? He's an abomination. So you're a gatekeeper to keep your people asleep to actually know who they are. That's following the ways of the heathen, man.
That's right.
The damn devil, man.
This is that's all I want out there. And this is Jeremiah 10:3. And I just want this one line. For the custom of the people are vain.
Empty. Veins go back to empty.
Right.
This is empty. This is not gonna save you when the Lord returns. When them nuclear missiles sit off, this guy ain't gonna save you, man. This guy's real. This is a fake image. That's a man that was set up in the Renaissance area, man. A damn devil, man. He ain't gonna save you, man.
Hold that sign.
That ain't gonna save you, man.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 13. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like to the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and the girt about his path with a golden girdle. His head and his hair were white like wool.
So that's a strike on him, man. This guy, this idol right here is not gonna save you, man. Keep going.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
That's another strike, man. Keep going.
And his feet are like fine brass.
His feet like a fine brass, man. Your feet is a what? It's your whole your body, man. Your skin tone, man. Keep going.
And it was burned in a furnace.
As he had burned in the furnace, he was a very dark-skinned man. So this is the guy right here, man.
So that's strike 3 for this guy right
He's
here.
out, man. That's strike 3. You out, man.
Nah, go ahead, yeah.
Proverbs 7:25. Let not thy heart decline to her ways.
Don't follow her.
Go not astray in her paths.
Yeah, don't follow her because it's a thing in the world, Just because it looks good don't mean it's good for you.
Jake will find that out. Verse 26. For she hath cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her.
So men following her, they good for it. Just like the brother got second Ezra 4:1, right? Where it said many have lost their wits.
Yep. Proverbs 7:27, for her, it says her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death.
Hey, so if you want to be destroyed, that's a quick ticket to be destroyed.
Yep.
Again, Proverbs 14:12.
Yep.
So Proverbs chapter 22, verse 14. The mouth of a strange woman is a deep pit. He that is abhorred of the Lord shall fall therein. So, hey, like the brother just said, man, if you follow after these ways, man, you're going to fall into that deep pit, which is death, man.
Yeah. All these ways of American Babylon lead to the destruction of your life, right?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 15.
Right.
The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
That was self-explanatory. And look at Jay. That's all we got to turn here, Jay and Charlotte. Have you seen niggas lately? The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, man. He actually think that he's doing something beneficial to his life by living a corruption lifestyle, man, which leads to death, man. And we see that through our people, man.
Right. That's right. That's why it's time for Jake to take hold of the true life. Man, give me that.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right, so such that leave the ways of the Lord shall die. Look at the status of Jacob. Look at the condition of our people, man. Give me Proverbs 21:16. All right, those that leave the ways of the Lord shall die. And as a nation, all right, we're spiritually dead. That's why the Lord said if it wasn't for that small remnant, we'd be as Sodom and Gomorrah. Right?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Right, so the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding what the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Holy Scriptures, you're going to remain in the congregation of the dead. Right? So if you're a die-hard Christian, you dead. Right? If you're a Muslim, you dead, man. If you anything in any of these other philosophies, you dead. You're a dead man walking.
Look where we at.
Right.
The valley of dry bones.
The shadow of death. Right? That's this in Babylon, America, man. Right? Read on out. Read that again.
Baruch chapter 4, verse Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life.
All they that keep it shall come to life. Right? That's why the Lord raised up a what? A remnant, an election. Right? Read on.
But such as leave it shall die.
Give me one more precept. Give me Matthew 22 and 32. Go ahead.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. I have called heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. What is life? The law, statutes, commandments, the ways of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah, the knowledge of His word. Right? Give me that part. I mean, Matthew 22.
11 a.m. Oh yeah, 11 a.m.
I am the Most High, I mean the power of Abraham, and the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. The Most High is not the power of the dead, but of the living.
Right, the Most High is not the power, He's not the God of the dead, but the God of the living. Man.
That's right.
And only those that are living are the ones that have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
That's right.
Right? That's the point. So read on now.
Luke chapter 4, verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof.
Right. So it's commanded that you take hold of this true light. Because the light is ultimately what? Yahweh Shai. Right? Wisdom and knowledge in Yahweh Shai. Right? That's being manifested through the prophets. Man. So take hold of the true light so that you may live. Right? Read on.
That thou mayest be illuminated.
That thou mayest be illuminated, man. Because ultimately what? The men of the Lord, we are the true Illuminati, man. We are the true light bearers, man. And Yahweh Shai is the true son of the morning. Right? Because, hey, these devils, they're really the what? The false bearers of light, man.
That's right.
They're really the children of darkness when you read the scriptures, man. Right? Read on now.
Give not thine honor to another,
Uh-huh.
nor the things that are profitable unto thee, a strange nation.
Yep, read on.
O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us.
Right, which is this knowledge, man. All right, on how to correctly live, on how to correctly walk in the ways of the Most High, man. All right, all those things that are pleasing unto the Lord, man. Right, read on.
Nigga, that's why I'm
Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel.
Right, the memorial of Israel, man. Right? That's why, hey, we're called Zion.
Yep.
Right, which goes back to monument, to Zion in the Hebrew. We're the monument of the Most High, man. All right, as the sons of God and people of the Most High, we are the representation of the Lord on the earth, man. Right? Go ahead, because hey, what is a monument? A monument is a representation of something.
That's right.
Right?
Like Esau, he has his monuments, and he had the Teddy D. Roosevelt monument. That's him setting himself up. He took down the tribe. That was a monument that was upheld here in Babylon the Great.
Right. We were set up as a nation to show the world on how to live, man. On how to truly be righteous. We're gonna get that status back. Right? Read on.
Verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because he moved the Most High to wrath.
Right, so all you niggas that want to question the Lord, why would God do this? God don't exist. God wouldn't let that happen to his people. Right? The scriptures tell you that, man.
That's right.
You were sold to the nations. What does that mean? Slavery. Right? Because you moved the Most High to wrath. Read on.
Ye were delivered unto the enemy.
You got enemies, Jake. For all you niggas say I don't hate nobody, I love everybody, the nations don't hate us. Right? You were sold to the nations. Read on.
For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils, and not to the Most High.
Right, now people are still sacrificing unto devils to this very day, man. Right? By you staying in that damn harlot house, that damn church. By you clinging on to these idols, man. Right? Worshiping these false gods. You sacrificing unto devils today. Right?
They want to eat shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster, and then get upset if they get put to death or find themselves locked up somewhere, then ask why.
Right.
Like they Jadakiss. Right?
Right.
This the answers, man. Because we will start worshiping false gods and false idols out here, man.
Right.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. We understand that we're put into this captivity. Like I said, and 2/3 refuse to acknowledge that. Right? So that correction is coming to us to help us grow. It's going to be a struggle to them.
Yeah, ultimately right? Because this thing was made plain unto the righteous and stumbling block unto the wicked.
Psalms 81, verse 11. But my people will not hearken to my voice, and Israel with none of me. Verse 12. So I gave them up unto their own heart's lust, and they walk in their own counsel. See, so we're seeing the product of Jake staying in these different philosophies. That shit is coming to nothing. For those that are turning back to Yahweh by sitting outside, we have a future. We're seeking the kingdom to come. See, we're given an understanding of how to operate with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures.
So back in Baruch chapter 4, verse 8. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up.
Right, you have forgotten that everlasting power that brought you up. Real quick, go where you at, go to Deuteronomy 32. And go to like verse, I want to say verse 5, somewhere in there. All right, because, hey, we talked about this last time, man. Hey, our people are an absent-minded people, man. You know, once they get on, once they get a little clout, little status, right, they totally forget about the Lord, right? What you got? Bring it out, right?
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 5. Right?
Go to, no, you know what? Go to 16 and read down to 20. There we go.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 16. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods.
That's right.
With abominations provoked they him to anger.
Right. Jacob here worshiping the gods of Egypt, fake white man, Jesus, Serapis Christos, Allah, right? You know, read on.
Verse 17. They sacrifice unto devils.
They sacrifice unto devils, you see. Read on.
Not to the Most High Yahweh.
Not to the Most High, go ahead.
To gods whom they knew not. To new gods that came newly up.
Right, and to new gods that came newly up. Read on.
Whom your fathers did not.
Right, even our forefathers didn't know these idols, man. Right?
That's why the scripture says since their fathers fallen asleep, since we've been in a captive state now, we know who we are, and all the kings and judges have went away, Jake went right back to doing the same shit, man.
Wow, read on now.
Verse 18. Of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten the Most High Yahweh that formed thee.
Ooh, see that? Read that again. Who's the rock? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Read it again.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 18. Of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful.
Unmindful. Jake is unmindful, man. Jake is quick to forget the Lord, man. Right? Read on.
And hast forgotten the Most High Yahweh.
He has forgotten the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Read on.
That formed thee.
That created you. Go ahead.
And when the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters.
Yeah, you're right. See, when the Lord saw these things, basically he turned his face. What we was going into before, we were divorced from the Lord, man. He turned his back upon us, man. Therefore, we were conquered and went into slavery, man. Right? We fell as a nation. We lost the edge of protection, man. Right? Give me one more. Is that 18?
Yeah,
That was 18?
that was nice.
Okay, Con, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High, keep his commandments. But this is the whole duty of man. So he was created to fear the Lord, to reverence him and do what he tells us to do.
Yep. That's right. Go
That's
ahead.
right.
Back in Baruch chapter 4 and verse 9. For when she saw the wrath of the Most High coming upon you, she said, hearken, all ye that dwell about Zion. God, the Most High, hath brought upon me great mourning. For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters.
For I saw the captivity, the slavery of my sons and daughters. Everything you need to know is written in the book. It's written in the scriptures, man. Right? This is explaining our situation here, man. Read on.
Which the everlasting brought upon them.
Right, see, and this is what these damn Christians, they can't debunk. This is what it is. Right? Read on.
That's why they work so hard to keep the Apocrypha out of their doctrine. Verse 11. With joy did I nourish them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning.
There you go.
Let no man rejoice over me, a widow and forsaken of many, who for the sins of my children I'm left desolate, because they departed from the law of the Most High.
Right, because our people departed from the law of Yahweh Shai. Right? We just read earlier in the top verses that you got to keep the law, statutes, commandments, and live. You depart from the living power, you are the congregation of the dead. Right? Go ahead.
They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor trodden in the path of discipline in his righteousness.
Go ahead.
Let them that dwell about Zion come and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting have brought upon them.
Right, so as you can read, we'll read that again. Read it again.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 14. Let them that dwell about Zion come and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters.
Right, so we're supposed to remember what happened to us, man. Right? By remembering what happened to us as a nation explains the very essence of what's going on today. Right?
So it ain't no getting mad at slavery movies, man.
Right.
If the Lord put the spirit on, he saw to make that slavery movie, man. But what, Snoop Dogg, I'm tired of seeing slavery movies, man. Nah, man. That should you should want to look at one, man. To see how the Lord put that spirit on Esau to be so damn rough with us, man. And so rigid with us, man. Showing how mad the Lord was with us as people, man.
That's why the main agenda in certain schools and other nations is to get rid of the critical race theory, man. Teaching the students about what really went down and during those times when Jake was brought over here off the slave ships. The real atrocities that this devil did back then and that's continued to do to us today, man. Right? You find out this damn devil was eating our people, man, eating their bodies, buck breaking, right? You have this term, this thing called seasoning, right? Where Esau physically broke Jake down, all right, physically and mentally, right? And if you survive, and if you survive the seasoning, right, that means you are most likely not to die, right? So you were worth more on the slave market, man, because you were built to endure that type of hell, basically, man. You know, you were durable. You were a more durable slave. So the ones that died, they were considered weak, right? That's why Jake to this day is a resilient type of people, man. They survive anything. Our people survive all types of shit.
Right. And showing that we're the Lord's people, we're a stronger nation.
That's it.
Esau let the white man lose some money, he gonna shoot his family, shoot everybody in the goddamn house, man. Because the dog, everybody got died.
Yeah.
Jake, we used to it, man. We used to that shit, man. And the Lord made us with a special people above all nations and families upon the face of the earth,
That's
man.
heavy. That's heavy. Hey, matter of fact, real quick before we read on, pull up seasoning real quick. So we talked about it, me and the brother Howard and GMS Hawaii did a lesson on it. But just read like the first paragraph. Just type in seasoning. Just pull it up with Wikipedia. It gives you a detailed account of how it's like a process that Esau put Jake in, all right, to see if he was fit to work. He had to break him down. He had to break Jake down, all right, fully, mentally, and physically. You know? I'll pull it up. Right? Now, what is 1 second? We'll pull this up. Seasoning. Right? Like you put it on your food, right? Oh, that's what I got it. Let's see. Oh. All right. This term right here is called seasoning. Seasoning, which is going back to slavery. It says it here on Wikipedia. But reading on, let's get to the point. All right. It says, seasoning was the period of adjustment that slave traders and slave holders subjected African slaves, which is Israelites, to the following their arrival in the Americas. While modern scholarship has occasionally applied this term to the brief period of acclimatization undergone by European immigrants to the Americas, it is most frequently and formally referred to the process undergone by enslaved people. Slave traders use, quote, seasoning in its colonial context to refer to the process of adjusting the enslaved Africans or the Israelites to the new climate, diet, geography, and ecology of the Americas, right? So they had a whole process. They gave you a diet. They gave you they made sure you was acclimated to the hot ass climates wherever you was at. You know, ultimately they fully broke you in, so to speak.
Is that not your school system?
You know,
They set Jake up from a little person to believe in every aspect of that. Man.
right?
You know,
Yep.
All players.
Yep. Exactly. Boot camp, training camp, all those things. It's the same thing. Let me read on. See, this is the point. This is why this is heavy, right? It says, slave traders and owners believe that if a person survived this critical period of environmental seasoning, they were less likely to die, and the psychological element would make them more easily controlled. See that? So if you survived that brutal process, you were more easily to control in the mind, right? It says this process took place immediately after the arrival of enslaved people, during their mortality rates were particularly high. So Jake was dying, man. A lot of Jake was dying through this process, man. But those that survived it, right? We're gonna read on. It says these new quote or saltwater slaves were called outlandish on arrival. Those who survived this process became seasoned and typically commanded a higher price in the market. You see that? So you were more valuable because you were able to endure harsh conditions. So you were sold at a higher price. So this is what happened to our people, man. Right? Just wanted to bring that out. Let's go back to that. No?
Back in Baruch chapter 4 verse 15. For he hath brought nation upon them from far, a shameless nation, and of a strange language, who neither reverence old man nor pity child.
Right. So that was dealing with Esau, right? Because you had the northern kingdom already in the Americas prior to Columbus coming over, man. Right? You had them those Spanish conquistadors, man. So-called European Spaniards, right? The French, right? That's the Edomites that came over here, man. That was speaking a strange language, man. A strange tongue. They said they neither pitied old man or child, man. Right? So who could that apply to?
Yeah, right. And Esau very proud because he get mad at Issachar for speaking Spanish when your wicked ass is, you created that shit, man.
Yeah. That's your language. That's the Edomite language, man. Yeah. Right?
That also shows you the foolishness of this nigga.
Right.
This nigga get mad at all the problems that he's brought upon the world, man.
Right.
And now he's mad that because of what his ancestors did, which was really them, reincarnated, you know, they get mad at what they did.
Right.
But you're just reaping what you sow.
Esau don't know shit.
These have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow, and left her that was alone, desolate without daughters.
There you go, man. So we was carried away into a mighty captivity. Scriptures talk about how we were carried over those rough waters, like a ball tossed to and fro in a large country. That's dealing with America, man. Right? Read on.
But what can I help you? For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies.
Woo! There you go. Read that again. So as our power, who brought us through the situation, he also said what? That he's going to deliver us out of the hands of our enemies. Right?
It's gonna be another Exodus, man. You in the time when you need to be reading about the story of Exodus and Moses, man. And that's gonna happen again, man. When we Exodus America, it's gonna be way heavier when we Exodus Egypt, man. We about to Exodus the new Egypt, which is ruled by the Edomites.
Baruch chapter 4 verse 18. For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Go your way, O my children. Go your way, for I am left desolate. I have put off the clothing of peace, and will put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. I will cry into the everlasting in my days. But be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Lord, and he shall deliver you from the power and hand of your enemies.
Right. That's why you got the elect. that remnant of the Israelites coming back now that are crying out to the Lord to be delivered out of this captivity, to be delivered out of the hands of the enemy. Right? This is why everything is coming to an abrupt end right now. That's why the society is collapsing. That's why they're trying to banish the word. Right? That's why they're trying to come down on Jake. All these different things because what? That the remnant has stood upon their feet. Right?
The book of Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yep.
Backing up what the elder brother said, man. That remnant, the remnant is standing upon their feet and crying out to the Lord for all these abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. From the Esau, Edom, either heathen nations, and from my own people, man. We're trying to get the hell up out of here, man.
Verse 22. For my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you.
That's right. That's our hope, man. We have faith, man. Our hope is in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that he's going to save us. Right? Read on.
And joy is to come unto me from the Holy One.
That's right.
Because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting our Savior.
Yeah. That's the mercy, man. We were cast down, we were downtrodden, but the Lord is going to deliver his elect. Right? Read on.
For I sent you out with mourning and weeping. But the
brothers brought out the Psalms 83. Right? The crafty count of the nations. Because ultimately what? The nations were in on it.
Yeah.
Right? All the nations have taken part in the downfall of Israel, man. In the captivity of the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Because remember, man, slavery was a world business, man.
Yeah.
All right? All nations were involved, man.
That's why it's called transatlantic slave trade.
Exactly. Drake was getting traded all over the planet Earth.
Yeah.
It was commodity.
You had the transatlantic slave trade, you had the Dutch slave trade,
Trans-Saharan slave trade.
Trans-Saharan slave trade. All these nations is benefiting off our servitude, man.
God.
Free labor.
Free labor, man.
Free labor, man. But guess what? Nah, but the free labor's coming to the kingdom of heaven from these heathen nations, man. They're going right back in their natural state, which is under the nation of Israel.
Right.
how you think this global economy grew to be so great, man? It was all off the back of some Israelites, man.
Right. And that, before you bring your point, and that's how you know it's true, is anytime you want to sell something, what music do you hear in the background? You don't hear country music in the background. You hear the Israelite music in the background when it comes to selling any type of product. Because Jake brings forth life, man. Jake makes something like seem real good, man.
Jake has a $1 trillion spending power, man. See, Jake is a large consumer.
Yeah, I got a quick precept anybody. It's the book of Hosea, chapter 3, verse 3. They have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
Going back to the pedophile rings, sex slaves, which is still going on today. All right?
Oh, yeah.
You got something? Read that again.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 24. Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity,
All nations have seen your captivity.
so shall they shortly see your salvation.
Right, so just as they've seen us fall and go into slavery, they're going to see the salvation of the elect. Shalom. Right? The Lord's going to make sure that the world sees it. You know? Go ahead.
So shall they shortly see your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness from the everlasting.
Right. There you go, man. Right? Hey, our enemies are going to see the salvation of the elect. Let me get Revelation 11. Give me that where it talks about how the Lord called us up. You're going to come up here to give me that. Revelation 11. I believe it's like verse 11.
It's spiritual, because Jake gonna go from this to this. Esau don't like that. He's gonna go from niggas to on top.
But that's why he's trying to condition the world as the you so-called UFOs being aliens, right? Because actually the aliens are right, or the angels, I should say, they are aliens, man. They're foreign to this world, right?
That's spiritual. Because Jake asked me the other day at work. He said, "Hey, bro, you believe in aliens?" I just basically said, hey man, that's just a conversation for another day.
You know, give me Revelation 11 and 11. Got it out? Read it loud.
Let's look at Revelation chapter 11, verse 12.
Yeah, there you go.
And they heard a great voice from heaven.
Right, that voice is going to be the voice of the Lord, man. That's, hey, we actually going to hear the voice of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Read on.
Saying unto them, come up hither.
Come up hither to that cloud. Go ahead.
And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud.
And they ascended up to heaven. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, man. Right? Why do you think these damn devils got a space force, man? All right? This dragon is planning on waging war with Yahushua and the angels. Right? They know what's coming, man. You see that? Any more?
And their enemies beheld them.
And you go. And their enemies beheld them. 2/3, these Edomites and these heathen. They're going to see the salvation of the elect. Right? Through the strangers of that salvation, right? Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Right? These people are going to be amazed and terrified when they see this happen, man. All right? This is our faith. We know this is going to happen, man. Right? Because it just makes sense. How in the hell are you going to escape nuclear destruction, man? Yeah. how are you going to escape that, man? The Lord told you via prophecy that, look, Babylon is going to get wiped off the map. It ain't going to be no goddamn bunker. It ain't going to be no hiding into the mountains and the woods, under the ocean. That ain't going to work. So it's going to have to take a divine deliverance to escape that, man.
Can I read for you?
Right?
Yeah, Isaiah 26:20.
This is Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers.
The chambers, the chariots.
And shut thy doors about thee.
Right, and when you look up that word chambers, it goes back to, you look in the blue and it goes back to like an apartment. You know what I'm saying? Which ultimately the chariots, man. Right?
Continuing on, hide thyself as it were for a little moment.
Hide thyself for a little moment. Go ahead.
Until the indignation be overpassed.
Right, so the elect, all right, the 144,000 and that great multitude, they're going to be hidden on those chariots until what? To that indignation be overpassed, which is what? That nuclear destruction. Right? Because according to prophecy, hey, those nuclear missiles are going to consume all of Babylon, man. Right? There ain't going to be no life after that. Like these niggas actually think they got bunkers. They're going to go into the bunkers, the missiles hit, and then they're going to come back out once the smoke clears. You're going to die in them damn bunkers, man. You know?
I got one more.
Go ahead, Doc.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 17. Then we, which are alive and remain, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
Yep.
To meet the Lord in the air.
To meet the Lord in the air, man. Right? That's what these Christians try to use the whole rapture concept, man. You know? Which the rapture is not in the scriptures. Right? But the concept of going up into that cloud, that is. Right? The salvation of the elect. Right? Go ahead.
And so shall we ever be with the Lord.
There you go, man. So that's how it's going down, man, whether you believe it or not. A lot of you niggas gonna have to believe it to see it, man. When you see the elect going up and your ass is standing down here on the ground while the missiles come down, man. While you looking at that, while you looking at the warheads come down and turn your ass into dust, right? You can go back.
It's back in Baruch chapter 4 and verse 25.
Patience means to suffer, man. You got to endure this thing. Just continue to trust and wait on the Lord, man. Suffer that wrath that came upon us. Hey, better things are coming, man.
Yeah.
See? Go ahead.
My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High.
See, this is all ordained by the Lord. Go ahead.
For thine enemy hath persecuted thee.
That's right.
But shortly thou shalt see his destruction.
You shall see his destruction. We're seeing it now, man. Everything he's built, all right, is falling apart. All right, everything, the Lord is dismantling everything in the society. The morality, the actual, the physical buildings, everything is degraded, you know, falling apart. Yeah, it's corroded, decomposing, man. You know, nobody trusts the system, right? You got great rebellion amongst the people. So we starting to see his destruction. And the Lord said, what? Shortly you should tread upon his neck. Right? Because the Lord going to put the spirit on Jake to get busy out here.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Read on.
My delicate ones have gone rough ways.
Yeah, my delicate ones have gone rough ways. What is that? Slavery, man. Genocide, man. Destroyed as a people. Those are those rough ways. Read on.
And were taken away as a flock caught of the enemy.
And it was taken away as a flock caught of the enemies, man. That's hardcore slavery, man. Right? No way around it, man. Right? This applies to the Israelites, man. This is what they went through. Right? Read on.
Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High.
Yep.
For ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you.
Yeah, that's right. And we are being remembered. The fact that the Lord gave us the breath to wake back up to our nationality or who we truly are as a nation. All right? That's mercy, man.
Yeah.
The Lord said that the scripture say that we will be remembered of him, man. In the land of thy captivity, you should remember yourself, man. And think upon his name. Right? That's the ultimate threat, man. It ain't no goddamn Russia propaganda, right? It ain't no border crossing or none of that madness. It's because the true Israel has awoken back up.
Hey, you had Hillary Clinton. She said, it's not the wars in the Middle East we're losing. It's the information war, man.
Yeah.
Just going up the elders going into. The information war is what? The Israel is waking up to who they are, man. And this internet is doing what? It's exposing us because they're waking up off the internet, man.
Right. Well, then even going back to the time of the Medo-Persian Empire, man. When we were we were given the green light to rebuild the temple. And what happened during that time? You had the other nations that heard about it, and they wanted to stop us from building. It's the same shit that's happening now, man. Right? These nations, Esau, top leaders of the world, they see that the elect are standing on their feet, they're crying unto the Lord, they're declaring prophecy. They're like, man, we got to put an end to that. We got to stop that, man. That's why you see the Christians come against us, vocabs, all right, people on these different platforms trying to debunk the Bible, debunk what we're saying. That's them trying to hinder us from building, man. Because ultimately, what? The spiritual temple, which is the third temple, right, is what? The house of David waking up, man. Yeah, there you go. The top government that's going to rule the earth forever, man. Right? What you got, Al?
Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life of Yahweh entered into them.
Yeah, there you go. After 3 days and a half, which represents what? That 350 years, man.
Yep.
Right? There was no knowledge of us being the Israelites on the earth, man, until the time of what? Elijah coming back. And the reincarnation, which was Abba Bivens, man. Right, give me that in Malachi, the 3rd chapter, before the dreadful day of the Lord. Give me that next too.
We'll read this again.
Yep.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life of Yahweh entered to them.
See, Jake, you got to be spiritual, man. See, our people lack spirituality. They lack the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. See, if you spiritual, you understand this, man. That's why Vocab, when he tried to drop the book about Abba Bivens and the book that he had back in the 50s and all of that, he tried to expose it as if, you know, like Apostle Ramla said, like as if the things that were written in the book are not the same things that we're teaching today. So when he brought it out, it basically justified everything we're doing now.
Hey, you can't, the Lord gave us a mouth and you can't gainsay or resist.
There you get.
There's nothing you can do if it's the truth before the truth. But the shit you do actually be helping our cause, man.
Exactly.
So that's why sometimes I'm say thank you, Vocab, because you actually be helping us to push forth the word.
That's it, man. All right, read that again, huh?
God, Revelation 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life of Yahweh entered to them.
Yep.
And they stood upon their feet.
See, this is spiritual, man.
Yep.
You gotta be spiritual. The spirit of life entered into who? Those dry bones. Because when you read in that chapter, it talks about how what? That Jake was dead, man. That those dead bodies shall lie in that great city which is called spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Right? So the Lord put the breath in them dead bodies.
Yep.
Right? Read on.
And great fear fell upon them which saw
There
them.
you go. Great fear fell upon them. Going back to what we was talking about, man. The fact that Jake is waking up, the nations fear that. Right? Because remember, the leaders of all these different nations, these top leaders, these Caesars, right? These presidents, these whatever you got, these kings, prime ministers, all right? They know who we are, man.
Yeah.
Right?
They've been knowing, man. Why you think Putin has an image of the real people of the Lord on his walls, man, as portraits and paintings, man. Them Russian icons, because they know that, hey, these are the real people of the book, man. And they know that they're fulfilling prophecy, but at the end of the day, they're trying to combat prophecy, man. But like we say, this is the will of the Heavenly Father and Son.
Hey, you may not believe in what we're saying, but guess what? Them damn elites do.
Oh, yeah.
You see that? So that's all that matters. See, you got these clowns talking about God ain't real, the Bible is this and that, right? But hey, the devils also believe and tremble. Them top devils, man, they know what's up. See, all you other niggas and you damn 2/3 and you damn scoffing heathens and Edomites, man, hey, you just extras in this movie, man. You're irrelevant. Hey, this is a clash between the righteous, man, the elect, and the elites of the damn devil, man. That's what this movie is about.
Must read this for you. This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
That's right.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places,
against
man.
Spiritual wickedness in high places. That's the elites, man. Right? This is who we wrestle against. Principalities, man, which goes back to our hierarchy of demons, which is them. Right? Remember, Revelation 12:12, the devil shall come down unto you having great wrath because he know that he have a short time. When you go into that word devil, it says metaphorically applied to a man to have said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. So this is actual men on the earth that's ruling it with the power of Satan. This is who we going against, man. So all you other clowns in between that got something to say about the scriptures and us not being Israel, hey, the hell with you. You gonna die anyway.
Hey, you're gonna die here in America, right along with these heathens.
Right, because they know, man. Right, so that's what you had. Any more in there? What you had? Give me that. Yeah, give me that. We'll go back to that.
This is book of Malachi, chapter 4. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Yeah, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. What is that? Nuclear destruction, which we are at the doorstep, man. Right, this thing is serious, man. Right, these nations. Hey, as it tells you in Revelation 16. That the ways of the kings of the east are prepared, right? Those kings of the east are ready to wage war with the west, right? Go ahead.
And all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
All that do wickedly shall be stubble, right? Go ahead.
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts.
Right, the day that's coming is going to burn you up. Read on.
That it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
That's right, man. Read on.
And the thing you gotta ask yourself, what can do that? Neither root or branch? Yes. This is what's gonna do it, man. This is we have faith in these missiles, man.
That's right. Right, that's right. Hey, because ultimately what? The spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be on those missiles, man. His spirit, hey, the scripture said that the Lord's spirit is a consuming fire, man. So his spirit going to be in those missiles, man, and they're not going to miss.
That's just part of his army.
That's part of his camp, like it says, man. Read Joel, the 2nd chapter, man. They shall not break their ranks, right? That's what that is. See, that's why the Lord gave Esau the blessing of the sword. He gave him this technology, man. Right? It tells you in Revelation 13 that he shall what? Make fire come down from heaven in the sight of men. Going back to those atomic bombs. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, 1945 in Japan. That's why Putin said it out of his own mouth. He said, look, man, that's the only reason why there's a nuclear arms race, because basically America dropped the bombs first. And Putin said, look, we not going out like Japan. We ain't gonna go out like that. So, hey, that's why everybody else is trying to get the uranium. They're trying to build the ultimate weapon. Putin even said out of his own mouth that the weapons they got are unstoppable.
Yeah,
right?
They got a sonic missile. They can get over in America in 15 minutes.
Right.
Moab, the so-called Chinese, they got one that I think get over about 30 minutes.
Right.
So, man, you done, man.
That's it.
I got one for you. Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red.
It was red, the red horse. The horse symbolizes power, man. Horsepower, right? Esau, Edom, the red horse. Read on.
And power was given to him that he sat thereon.
And power was given to him. Who gave him the power? Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Right? The scriptures tell you Wisdom of Solomon, 6th chapter, that power is given of the Lord. Read on.
To take peace from the earth.
To take peace from the earth, man. Hey, there's no way in hell peace is on this earth, man. Right? Go ahead.
And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
And it was given unto him a great sword, right? Which goes back to his blessing. Which ultimately goes into his technology, his weaponry, his military, man. Right? He got it.
Yeah, he got a drone about the size of this that can shoot little bullets and kill your ass, man. The only person that's blessed with that is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He's the only person that teaches his children how to shoot at a young age. That's their blessing. Our blessing is the spirit of the book, which they wasn't given, man. They was rejected.
All right. If we get to that part of Malachi, still go where you at too. Yeah, you can bring that out, but give me that too.
Malachi chapter 4, verse 2.
Give me that Genesis verse.
This is book of Genesis chapter 27, in verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father?
Yep.
Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So Esau wanted to bless him too. He thought Jacob had stole his blessing. Verse 39, and Esau and Isaac, his father, answered and said to him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
The fatness of the earth, man. That's why this man has everything, man. He owns every goddamn thing. All right, they're all over the planet Earth. Right? You know, the scripture says he spread himself like a green bay tree. This nigga's everywhere, man. Nigga all up in Thailand, nigga all up in Asia, India, nigga all over the damn thing.
Rainforest and shit.
Yeah.
Where you over there for? That's all right. Why you over there,
Nigga
man?
in Antarctica. You know, see every goddamn. Read on.
Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth,
The fatness of the earth, man. Go ahead.
and of the dew of heaven from above.
That's right.
And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Any more? That's it. So hey, his blessing was the sword, ultimately. All right, so let's go back to that Malachi 3rd chapter. We was talking about, it was leading up to the point of what Abba Bivens, all right, Elijah coming back in the last days. Yup.
But unto you, to fear my name shall be the son of righteousness. Arise with healing in his wings,
Yep.
and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall.
Right, which is ultimately what? The salvation of the elect. Right? Healing is going to say, healing, what did it say, healing in his wings?
Healing in his wings.
Right, that's the salvation. By the way of the chariots, which the world ain't going to cause you opposed, man. That's how it's going down. That's how you're going to escape the nuclear destruction. Read on.
And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet.
And they shall be ashes under the soles of thy feet, man. Right? Because remember, the elect, they're going to be up in the upper atmosphere watching the destruction on the earth, man. Right? Go ahead.
Be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this.
That's right.
Said the Lord Yahweh by Yahweh of hosts.
Uh-huh.
Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, when I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel,
Yep.
with the statutes and judgments.
Yep. All the statutes and judgments, all statutes and commandments were given to the Israelites. Read on.
Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet
Right, the Lord said, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet. Read on.
before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
Right. So has the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord happened yet? It ain't happened yet, but he said what? He was going to send Elijah, all right, before that great and dreadful day. That was Abba Bivens coming back, man. Right? Who restored the hearts of the children back to the fathers, man. The knowledge of the tribes, the pushing of this truth, right? Well, really going back to the time of the 50s and on up, man. Right? That's what happened, man. So from that point on, we have our elders and apostles today that basically continue that legacy, so to speak, right? You know? So this is all happening what? Before that great and dreadful day of the Lord, which is ultimately going to be what? The nuclear destruction. Right? The Lord had it set up that way to raise so the elect may be sealed, all right, before that time comes. Right? Any more?
Malachi 4:6. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children.
Right, so that's the reason why you know you're an Israelite. Right? You wouldn't know you was an Israelite unless this happened, man. Hey, this was a heavy prophecy right here, man. Only those who have ears to hear and eyes to see to understand, right? Read that again.
And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children,
Yep.
and the heart of the children to their fathers. Lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
There you go, man. So the elect had to be risen up. They had to wake back up, man. That's the reason why Jake came out of that dead state, man. Dropped the Christianity, the other worldly philosophies, and came and was solidified in his truth, right? By the way of that prophecy taking place. So that happened. So now we're approaching the time of what? Of that great and dreadful day of the Lord, right? Which is close, man. Right? That was it, right? So what was
Real quick, backing that up with Matthew, start at 3 and start at 5.
This is Matthew chapter 3, verse 1. In those days came John the Baptist, preaching in the wilderness of Judea, and saying, Repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
And spiritually, that's Abba Bivens coming back as what? Elijah the prophet and John the Baptist. Keep going.
Because we're in the wilderness now.
That's right. We're not in Jerusalem.
Right.
Anytime that Israel's not home, you are in the wilderness. That's what it's talking about, man. Anytime you're not in Israel, you're in the wilderness, man. Because you're not doing what? Your ways and your customs.
Actually follow y'all.
Okay.
Remember him? You? Remember you?
Hey, that's what's up, brother. Hey, keep learning, brother.
Keep learning, brother.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. For this is he that was spoken of by the prophet Isaiah.
Which is what? Elijah. Keep going.
Saying the voice of one crying in the wilderness, Prepare ye in the way of the Lord, make his path straight.
Woo!
Man.
Come on, man. Is that not what Abba Bivens came to do? He's to straighten our ways. He said, Prepare ye the way of the Lord, make his way straight.
Yep.
So Abba Bivens came on the scene so we'll have what? The correction of life and be brought back to the Father, man. That was prophecy taking place, man.
That's heavy. Give me the add-ons to that. Give me Isaiah 40. Isaiah 41 and 2. Real quick.
This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 2.
No, Isaiah 40.
Okay, so
1 and 2.
Got it. Isaiah 40 and verse 1. Comfort ye my people, saith your power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Verse 2. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her, that her warfare is accomplished.
Right, this is what we saying now, man. This is all spiritual. We're crying unto our people and letting them know that what? That their warfare is accomplished, man. Meaning you're about to be delivered out of Babylon, out of America, man. Right? That great salvation, that second Exodus is coming, man. Because remember, we're in captivity in spiritual Egypt. Right? This is getting ready to happen again, man, on a higher level. Read on.
That her iniquity is pardoned.
Yep, that your iniquity is pardoned, meaning that's the mercy, man. Read on.
For she hath received of the Lord Yahweh's hand, double for all her sins.
And we read about that in Baruch, the 4th chapter. We received the double for our sins, man. We went into hardcore slavery. All right. We lost our heritage, our nationality. Right. We were put into poverty. We were at the bottom of society, rejected of all the people. Right. You were called by another name, a byword and proverb, niggas, spicks, wetbacks. Right. The curses, man. Just like the scripture said. But the Lord said that what? That your iniquity is pardoned, man. Read on out.
Verse 3. The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness.
The voice of him, and this is dealing with the prophecy of Elijah. Right? Going into John the Baptist. Read on.
Prepare ye the way of the Lord Yahweh. Make straight in the desert a highway for our power.
And that's heavy. It said, prepare ye the way of the Lord, which is what? Ultimately being brought back to the true knowledge. And it said what? It said, read that part again.
Make straight in the desert a highway for our power.
It said, make straight in the desert, man. Hey, are we not in the midst of the desert?
Yeah.
Because that wilderness, because ultimately what? America is that desert because it lacked the true living water. And we was dry bones. But when you go in that same chapter, I'll read it real quick. Matter of fact, I go to verse 17 to prove that the Lord, ultimately Yahweh Shai being that water, right? The water of life. You know, the Lord allowed us to be, what's the word? He quenched our thirst. Read that real quick. Isaiah 41:17. Isaiah 41:17 and 18.
All right, Isaiah 41.
The Lord allowed the ways to the straight paths in the desert, like we read. Read that.
Isaiah 41:17. When the poor and needy seek water, and there is none.
Who's the poor and needy? The Israelites. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics. You are the poor of this world, man. Go ahead.
And their tongue faileth for thirst.
Right. Why do our people's tongues fail us for thirst? Because they lack the true water, which is Yahweh Shai, man. Right? These other philosophies that they subscribe to is not giving you the true living water. Our people are still spiritually dehydrated. Right?
We are.
I, the Lord Yahweh, will hear them.
Right, because then Yahweh Shai say, what? You drink of this water, and you shall never thirst again. See that? That's heavy. Read on.
I, the power of Israel, will not forsake them.
Right.
Verse 18. I will open rivers in high places, and fountains in the midst of the valleys.
Yep, and fountains in the midst of the valleys, which ultimately what? The highways and hedges, man. Throughout the unicorn on the World Wide Web, man, the Lord has allowed this knowledge to flourish, man. Read on.
I will make the wilderness a pool of water.
See that? I will make the wilderness a pool of water. So, hey, here in America, that wilderness, that desert, right? The Lord has allowed this knowledge, which is likened unto the true living water, to flush it out, you know? We have that pool of water, the abundance of knowledge, man, that's coming out by the way of the prophets, man. It's true. Right? Go ahead.
Continuing on. And the dry land, springs of water.
In the dry land, because remember we was those dry bones in that desert, in that valley of the shadow of death, right? But the Lord gave us the water. He gave us the true living water. So now we were able to live again, right? Like the same, like when you have a destitute plant that lacks the water, what happens when you put water on that plant? It slowly comes back to life, man. Ooh, there you go. And it's all spiritual, man. Right? Who was holding what? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 43, verse 20. The beasts of the field shall honor me, the dragons and the owls. That's more metaphorically speaking about the Israelites. Because I have given waters in wilderness and rivers in the desert, to give drink to my people, my chosen.
To give drink to my people.
And that's what the Lord's been doing, and especially in these latter days. And it started with who? Our business, man. The valley of what? Because he was speaking to who? The Israelites, the valley of the dry bones. Verse 21. This people I have formed for myself. They shall show forth my praise.
Right.
And this is what you're seeing, man. The Israelites are waking up and showing forth the praise of Yahweh Shai Shai in the land of their captivities, man. Right. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, through the Holy Spirit.
That's it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 11.
God.
And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things.
Woo, that's heavy. Elijah will come back and restore all things. Right? He did that. Go ahead.
But I say unto you that Elias is come already.
He already came.
And they knew him not.
But y'all didn't know it. See that? That went over people's heads. Right? That's what vocab can't understand. When it talked about that Elijah would come back, all right, in the last, before that great and dreadful day of the Lord. It happened, but y'all didn't know that. This is all spiritual. That's why I said those who have eyes to see and ears to hear spiritually are only going to be able to receive that. Right? That's what you call a hard saying, a dark parable. Right?
But have done unto him whatsoever they listed.
God.
Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them.
Right. That's it, right? God, who's holding up? Who's holding up a little bit?
Second Ezra 6:28. After faith shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. Right, man. And so all of the seats that we once held on to, that our people's holding on to, hey, it's being put out, man. Hey, and the truth is flourishing, man. That's why you got popping up all over the world.
Altars.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, I will finish that out.
Back in Baruch chapter 4 and verse 27. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you.
And ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. Go ahead.
For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
Right. That's why the Spirit has been upon the leadership. All right. That's why the Spirit has been upon the leadership of our apostles and elders to what? To go hard for this thing, man. Since we've been returned and we have the truth, it says seek him 10 times more. Go 10 times as hard, man. Because we almost out this thing, man. Right? The Lord is showing all the effects and signs, right? That deliverance is on the way. That great destruction is about to happen, man. So seek him 10 times more. Read on.
For he that has brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation.
So as the Lord brought us through slavery, all right, us being destroyed as a people, genocide, he did these things, right? But as he did those things, he said what? Read that last part again.
For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation.
There you go. So not only we went through hell, but in the end we're going to have salvation. Lord willing, we are the elect of the Most High, man. All right, which is the true Israel, man. Okay, whose salvation is only for the elect, not all of Israel, man. Not the whole planet Earth. Right? Read on.
Take good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee.
Right, he that gave you that name shall comfort thee. We have the comforter, which is what? Yahweh Shai, man. The spirit of truth whom the world cannot receive, man. Read on.
Miserable are they that afflicted thee.
Right, the scriptures say miserable are they that afflicted us, man. Right? Because, they got to pay up. Matter of fact, real quick, where you at? Give me Zechariah 14 and 12. See, all these nations, they got to pay for what they did to our people, man. Right?
Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plagues wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Right, so this is the plague that the Lord is going to send upon all the nations that fought against Jerusalem, the Israelites. Read on.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Read on.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes. Go ahead.
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
And their tongue shall consume away out of their mouth. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from Yahweh shall be among them.
Right, so how is that going to happen? That's nuclear destruction. That's the missiles. You're going to be missile food for coming against Jerusalem, man. The Lord said what? Your tongue is going to consume out your mouth, your eyes out of their holes, man. That's fervent heat. When you read 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, man, right? The day of the Lord is going to come with fervent heat, right?
It shall burn as an oven.
It shall burn as an oven. You're talking about 1,000,000 degrees, man. And you got these clowns that got money, these elites and celebrities that's trying to get these underground bunkers. You're not going to survive that, man. Your ass going to get melted under the earth. You under a strong delusion, right? Read on up. Read that again.
Baruch chapter 4.
So that shows you that our power is a power of vengeance. He's a power of justice, man.
Jealous power.
He's a jealous power. He's going to revenge his people. Contrary to popular belief, man. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 32. Miserable are the cities. Miserable are they that afflicted thee.
Miserable are they that afflicted thee. Go ahead.
And rejoice at thy fall.
And rejoice at our fall. Right? Hey, give me that in Lamentations, right? Was it Lamentations, the 4th chapter? How they hissed and wagged the teeth at the daughter of Jerusalem? Right? Right? They hiss and wag the teeth. Because these nations, they rejoice at the downfall of our people. They benefited off the downfall of our people. Remember, as we talked about earlier, slavery was a world business, man. All right, you talking about a multi-billion trillion dollar industry, man, of free labor. Right, what you got? Give me that.
This is Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 15.
There you go.
All that passed by clapped their hands at thee. They hissed and wagged their head at the daughter of Jerusalem.
Right, they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
Is this the city? Is this the people? Right? That's how these Edomites and these nations look at our people. These niggas, the Israelites.
These dirty niggas.
These poor trash people. They're the chosen people of God. All right, blasphemy.
Blasphemy. We can lie. That's how Esau. That's how proud Esau is.
Right. That's malarkey.
But he won't read it though.
Right.
You need freedom from hate. You need freedom from
The
hate.
joy of the whole earth.
Jesus gives you freedom from
All thy
hate.
enemies have opened their mouths against thee.
All thy enemies have opened their mouths against thee. Go ahead.
They hiss and gnash the teeth.
They hiss and gnash the teeth. They snicker. They talk shit. You know. Look at these guys. They ain't guys. People, what are they talking about? They call themselves the Jews, right?
They say we have swallowed her up.
They say we have swallowed her up. That's what they said when we got conquered as a nation. They rejoiced in that.
Yeah.
They said we finally got her.
They made postcards.
Yeah.
They sent postcards of this.
You know?
Look at these niggers. We got them hanging. Oh God. Yeah, they made postcards.
Yeah.
They made market of this, man.
Hey, lynchings were public events, man.
Right at the Christian church.
You know? People came out eating popcorn.
Pick a nigga.
You know? Like it was something to celebrate.
Yeah.
Right? This is true history.
And they boast about it. That's why they make Sea Monkey do,
right.
grab a nigga by his toe,
right.
picnic. That goes back to barbecue.
Right.
Barbecue who? A nigga.
Right.
Esau put this shit in your face, showing you that they know who you are, man.
Exactly.
And they very proud about it.
Monkey in the yeah.
Monkey in the middle.
Right.
That damn Dodger, or what's it, Dodger nigga?
Right.
Yeah, come on, man.
Right, that's why these devils got a problem with the whole critical race theory, man.
Yeah.
See, they get all emotional, they want to protest. No critical race theory in schools because it exposes this damn devil.
Yeah.
It tells about his past history. Right? Exactly. Yeah, that shameful spewing is on your glory now, man.
Yeah.
You're not this God-fearing country and all that shit you was pushing in the world. You as this holy, righteous people, man, you being found out.
Because now you can go with these images and you can put the color to the image. Now you're gonna see grandma up there at the goddamn, at the damn when they hanging a nigga, you're gonna see grandma on there when she was 19, smiling. Then you're gonna see your mama there eating ice cream.
Yep.
And they was making mockery of it. It was all fun and games. But like the elders, it all fun and games till the angels pull up, man.
Exactly. You got Esau back here taking good notes.
Yeah, put the camera on Esau.
Yeah.
You got this camera.
You better take good notes too. Go back and read these scriptures that's coming out.
He gonna use your church.
Right.
He's probably a pastor, to be honest with you.
Right. Because they your agency, who knows?
They got their language from us, because they get getting in these field like
He's like, I never heard this.
We're saying,
You know?
we need to show his.
Yeah, he better take excellent notes.
He's been back there about an hour.
Right.
Then we'll see Esau.
Right.
That's Esau.
Right.
He's very sly.
Yeah,
He told you. He
Esau trying to hide in the cut.
He went up and he killed and he came back.
Look at these smiling
That's
too.
Esau.
He's trying to hide.
He's a cunning hunter. He's like very sweet.
What are these Negroes talking about?
Yeah. Is that not what he saw? That's his spirit. That's the Edomite.
You know?
He said he was a sly, he's a very cunning hunter.
Right.
If he wasn't afraid, he came in. Brothers didn't see him over there to other brothers. You know the Edomite been over there about 40
Right.
minutes. That's Esau. He does that.
He taking great notes too.
Goliath been waiting to hide it.
Right, that's it. Hey, that's the scriptures, man. The scriptures got this man down to a T, man. He off the cut, taking them notes.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna figure out how to combat him.
He's like, holy shit, this is in the Bible?
Yeah.
Yes, it's in the Bible. Go ahead, where we at, man? Where we at?
Lamentations 2 and
Yeah, there you
16.
go. Yeah, read it again now.
All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee.
That's right.
They hiss and gnash the teeth.
They hiss and gnash the teeth. Go ahead.
They say we have swallowed her up.
They said we have swallowed the Israelites up. Go ahead.
Certainly, this is the day we look for.
This is the day we look for. We finally defeated them. We finally took them down. They're finally separated from their power. That's why when you read Psalms, the 2nd chapter, what does it say? Let us cast away their cords from us. Right? Meaning what? They separated all the tribes and put them into slavery. That's why the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Hispanic don't know that they're brothers.
Yep.
They don't know that they are of one blood, man. You know, you got niggas hating Mexicans, Mexicans hating niggas,
Americans,
Native Americans, yeah, all that stuff, man. Puerto Ricans don't like niggas, all that, you know?
Well, who set that up? Esau.
It all goes back to the devil.
Yeah, divide and conquer.
That's it.
I got one for you.
Go ahead,
This is
you finished? Okay, come
This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. And it's nothing you can do about it, Esau. It's nothing you can do about it. Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold the day, verse 9. Right. Amos 9 and verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David, that which is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof.
Right, the breaches going back to what? To the split, the division. Right, the Lord is closing up the breaches, the division between the tribes, man. That's why you got Jake coming back together, the northern kingdom, the southern kingdom. They're coming back together as one. You read the latter end of Ezekiel 37, right? They should be on one stick. You know, the tribes coming back, right?
And I will raise up his ruins.
And I will raise up his ruins. And ultimately, the Israelites as a people, we are those ruins, man, that the Lord is raising back up. Read on.
And I will build up as in the days of old.
Right, so the Lord is building the house of David back up spiritually. Going back to what I said earlier about what the third temple. It's spiritual, man. Read on.
Oh, this for you, Edom. That they may possess the remnant of Edom.
That's right.
And of all the heathen which are called by my name, said the Lord that doeth this.
Right. So, hey, these nations are what? They're going into slavery. Man.
Yes.
That's the balance of the power we serve, man.
Yeah.
We call all holy hell, but guess what? The mercy is what? That these nations are going to go down and receive slavery, man. Right?
Let's continue to read. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper.
Yep.
And the tender of the grape.
Who's the plowman? The slaves. The Lord said in that day, the slaves are going to overtake the reaper. Right? See, this is the day that all the slave masters feared. Right? Even going back into the times of slavery, man. That's why they didn't want our people to read the Bible. Because, hey, they feared that the slaves would wise up one day and wake back up to who they truly are and take them down, man. You see?
We're going to show Esau how to really season up the slave.
Right.
Yeah.
So Revelation 13 and 9 says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Because those that led people into captivity, they're going to go into captivity, you know. And specifically, Esau, even the so-called white man. You know? Can't hide yourself, buddy.
Yeah. You can't hide, and the thing is, you can't hide from the angels. The angels see everything that Esau's doing, even with the Edomite behind us. The angels is actually making him do that. Really, the angels making him do that so they justify for destroying his ass, man. For provoking the prophets, man.
Back in Baruch chapter 4, in verse 32. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
Scriptures say, miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Going back to what? America, man. Because the Lord is going to bring great desolation upon this place, man. Right? Hey, the nuclear destruction is the vengeance of this temple. When you read the scriptures, man. Right? That's the payback. That's what you call retribution. Right? Fuck the 40 acres in the mule. Right? The Lord said He's going to get it back in blood, man.
Yeah, He said, my determination is to gather the nations, man. This I will pour upon them my fierce anger.
Right.
So the Lord, He's determined. The Lord, like, I'm determined to gather their ass in the valley of judgment, man. The valley of Jehoshaphat. His determination to gather y'all ass up so He can judge y'all, man.
Hey, you gotta pay for the you gotta pay for the organ harvesting, all right? Because it's our people that be getting snatched up off the streets. And then their bodies get found missing organs and shit, parts, right? Who you think that's going to? Going into these damn elites, these Satanists that do that blood drinking, all right, that be raping babies and all of that. Yeah, this is real.
Yeah, adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome, man. This is the real deal. Right? This is what these devils be doing to our people. So, hey, this is the ultimate payback, man.
And he'll make a damn movie on it called, like, Get Out.
Right.
He made movies on it of how he really wants to harvest your organs to keep his line afloat.
Oh, yeah, this is real life.
And that shows you that Esau, the so-called white man, knows that the Negro, Latino, Native Americans are mentally, spiritually, and physically stronger than him.
Right. And we ain't making this up, and you damn devils know that. That's why you got these celebrities. They've been speaking out of it. You know, they've been revealing the Hollywood industry, man, on some of the twisted and sick satanic practices that they got to do to receive success, to stay in the limelight, man. All this stuff is coming out, so this is the real deal, man. But guess what? You're going to have to pay.
Because Jake got a conscience, man. That shit fuck with Jake, the wicked shit they do, that fuck with them. It entices Esau. He feel more empowered when he do nasty shit like that. But Jake get plagued like, fuck, I done that shit, man.
Right.
That's why niggas, you don't see Esau walk around with shades, man. Niggas be having shades on because they like, fuck, I'm ashamed. Esau, he got, you know, that's his natural state, man. Just being wicked, man.
Go ahead. Yeah, there you go. Hey,
Yeah, thank you, Esau.
Hey, that's the truth.
Yeah.
You heard the truth from the prophets, buddy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Miserable is she that received thy son.
Hey, because he knows it's true. He knows it's true. He was taking notes for like an hour.
True, he wouldn't have done that if we was Christians.
You see what I'm saying?
We wouldn't have done that if we were just average men just speaking
Like
bullshit.
I said, he probably was an Asian anyway. Let me write down what they're talking about. Now his ass gonna go home and whatever, might bug out. Go ahead.
Verse 33. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
Right. So this place is about to be grieved. Read on.
For upon her from the everlasting.
Right. Fire shall come upon her from the everlasting. Who's the her? Babylon, the whore. As we read earlier in the Proverbs, the 7th chapter. All right. Fire shall come upon her from the everlasting. We are approaching that point. Read on.
Long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time.
There you go. Going back to what? Post-destruction. You can read about that at the top of Revelation 18. All right? Babylon is fallen. Now it is inhabited of devils. Right? Doleful creatures and all of that, man. Right? Desert-like animals are going to inhabit this place once that fire comes to pass. You know? It's gonna be a damn desert.
That's spiritual. Lord, it's so spiritual. It's spiritually dry right now,
right?
Because there's no truth for the Lord in the land. Then He's really gonna make it physically dry.
Yep. That's right. What you got, huh?
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19.
Right.
And Babylon, the glory of kings,
yep,
the beauty of the Chaldees, ecstasy,
right,
shall be as when God, the Most High, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right. There you go. So this place is gonna go out with ultimate fire and brimstone, right? This is going to be the way of nuclear missiles, right?
That was an example because Sodom and Gomorrah was so damn wicked with all that filth and all that wicked acts taking place. The Lord had to send fire upon that place.
That's right.
You still can't inhabit that place to this day, man.
That's right.
So what more so Babylon the Great? Babylon's going to be a memorial how not to live wicked.
That's right.
People don't see it. You see it, you're like, man, smoke going to be going up for a while, man. Showing you that the Lord was angry with this damn place, man.
Hey, that destruction is going to be televised.
Yes.
Right? That's why you got all them damn satellites in orbit, man.
Yep.
The world's going to see the end of this place.
Yep. Just like we see these different current events over there in the Middle East, when we seeing bombs booming,
Yep.
you gonna see that. These heathen gonna see that.
It's going to be broadcast.
And they gonna feel it. They gonna feel the earth. For the earth, it says, gonna shake to and fro like a drunk. They gonna feel the wrath of the Lord, man. And that's when they gonna know, hey, man, He's not to be played with.
Right. Now, the Most High is going to get his reputation back in the earth.
Yeah, I think that was the scripture that said that the angels never hold the earth in place.
Revelation 7.
Yeah.
You can hold it if you want to.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 33. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
Right, so as these nations, as Babylon rejoiced at the fall of the Lord's people, so shall she be grieved at her desolations. That's the balance.
Yeah.
Right?
Because Esau said what? He thought in his heart he didn't see no loss of children. He didn't see no loss of his people. He thought everything was good.
He would never see adversity.
He would never be adversity, man. Come on, man. Proud.
For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning.
See all that pride of America, right? You on top, right? The ABC crew, the nasty people, all that damn pride. You ain't gonna never be stopped. Right? Now America's unstoppable. Nobody can outmatch our force. You know all that bullshit they say. All that pride is gonna come to cease, man. that pride, like I said, that pride is going to be turned into mourning. Read on.
O Jerusalem, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time.
There you go, for a long period of time. And this place is going to burn. Right? Go ahead.
O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold, the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High.
Yep.
Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west.
Woo, they come gathered together from the east to the west. Are we not over here in the western side of the world and the uttermost part of the earth, as the scriptures say? See? Go ahead.
By the word of the Holy One.
By the word of the Most High. Go ahead.
Rejoicing in the glory of the Most High.
That's it, man. So, hey, ain't no way around these prophecies, man. Hope that damn devil took some good-ass notes. Right? Maybe he get built up. Go ahead.
Revelation 7:1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth.
Yeah, this is the destruction. So the Lord has the angels in the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the destruction. Right? Read on.
That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
It said, what is the wind? That's that destroying wind. Pursuing to what? Jeremiah, was it 50:1 or Jeremiah 51:1? Right? That destroying wind. That's that nuclear destruction. Right? When the missiles hit, that wall of fire that's going to consume the east, west, and the north, and the south, all of Babylon. Man. Go ahead, Al.
It says, verse 2, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power.
That's right.
And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
That's right.
Saying, hurt not the sea, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
Right, so the angels, they got to hold back that nuclear destruction until the elect of Israel be sealed, man. And we're at that point where the elect very well may be sealed, man. Right? You see how intense it's getting in the news, man. It's getting very intense, man. This thing can go, man. Hey, 2022 could be the year, man. All right?
And we still, year 22 just started.
Just started.
Damn.
They about to push the CHIP.
Yeah.
Once they push the CHIP, they get rid of the dollar, bring forth Jacob's trouble, because all that's going to happen simultaneously. You know, maybe an EMP black this thing out, right? And after that, it's a wrap, man.
Because they already brewing the new variant.
There you go.
They already brewing that up.
Bill Gates about to drop another mixtape.
Yeah, he got a new mixtape coming with the new variant.
Right.
Because the new variant is now causing famine of food.
That's
with
it.
the poultry, with the chicken.
And then it came out and it said that Bill Gates was to give you another jab to jab you against the previous jab that you already had. Yeah, because it's causing polio. If this man's not the damn devil, man, come on.
It's about to be May 1st. You know that's what these devils like to do a lot of their butchery.
Right.
Yeah, May 1st. You're right. May 1st, man.
Right.
He's a physician of no value.
All right. Go ahead. You finished that? Yeah. Okay, come on.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
That's talking about in the ancient world, man. It was hand-on-hand combat, man. That's how that represents the Israelites. We're warriors, man. We're warriors. We won a lot of strongholds and battles with fewer numbers, man. With that hand-on-hand combat, man. Keep going.
And garments rolled in blood.
Garments rolled in blood, man. That was ancient war. That was ancient wars, man. Keep going.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
But this, what's coming to America, is going to be with burning and fuel of fire. What can do that? What can cause all this ultimate destruction like that, man? These missiles, man. Done.
The nukes.
The nukes. Where our faith lies, man. The nukes is going to cause ultimate destruction here in Babylon the Great, man. That's what's going to take place, man. With burning and fuel of fire, man. The ICBM missiles, man. Intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. That's going to hit America, man. That's going to be the all-be-all of Babylon the Great.
Exactly. It's crazy how these people can't see that. And that's why, hey, you got to truly cherish the gift that you got, man.
That's right.
You see that? We have the ability to see, man. Apostle Gabar said it all the time, man. And we're visionaries, man. We're able to see the future, man. We understand prophecy, man. The Lord said what? That it was given unto you to know the mysteries, man. Right? This is not a light thing, man.
We're visionaries, right? This is 1 Samuel chapter 9 in verse 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of the Lord, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer, for he now is called a prophet, was before called time a seer. So to be a seer, you have to be a visionary, man. Because you have to actually see what's about to take place through the Spirit, man. When you're actually reading the scriptures, you got to see that taking place. That's what Apostle Gabar was going into. When you speak about the MOTB that being ushered into a society, you have to actually see that being taking place. Because you actually doing what? You're gradually, you're hastening the day that's coming, but lining the tokens up, man. We can clearly see that this is the next phase that's coming to America. We can see that the next phase from America is ultimate destruction. This place is on its way out. Ain't nothing good coming for Babylon the Great.
Yeah, these people can't see it because, roughly paraphrase, the scripture say that the Lord chose the base things, the lower things to confound the wise. See, we're regarded as nothing to common people, right? But ultimately, what? We got the truth, right? And that's how the Lord set it up.
The angels want to do what we're doing, man. That's a heavy lot, man. That's why brothers got to understand. The lot that you're playing in these last days is a heavy key role of the Spirit of Yahweh Shah. It's part of the body. That's part of the body to do what, man? Push the word of Yahweh Shah,
right? That's why the Lord had his prophets prophesied in sackcloth. See, we out here, we look lowly. See, the Lord didn't have his prophets look all immaculate with the fucking three-piece suits on. You know what I'm saying? Looking like somebody out of the world, man. The Lord chose the lowly, man. The weak. Right? And the people walk by, they disregard it. Oh, y'all niggas talking this, you know?
Hey, because when you go into the attire that a fisherman was wearing at that time, they was looked down upon. Because fishermen, they didn't wear out immaculate apparel. They had different types of sackcloth on. They out there fishing.
Right.
And you know when you out there fishing, you grabbing a fish, that shit stink, man. So what Yahweh Shah say? Come with me and I'll make you a fishers of men. So what more so us in these last days, man? We're in these sackcloths because we're in the spirit of humility and what? Lamenting and crying out to our power, man. We're not supposed to be out here bragging and boasting what type of damn garment we got on, man. Or what type of breakdowns we got to sell and shit like that, man. The Lord is dealing with the meek and the humble, man.
That's still in scripture. Yeah, that's it.
That's what the
Tell you
word.
that.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah,
read that. That's good.
This is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is a gift of the Most High.
That is a gift. So we're saved through the gift of Yahweh Shah and Aparatazah. It's really down to predestination. So that's gift was bestowed unto who? The elect of the nation of Israel, man. That's been since the world began. And we're praying every day and hoping that we're part of that number, man. That's why we keep telling and exhort brothers to keep fighting and continue to keep pushing. And that's Yahweh Shah to the true power of the scriptures, man.
Yep. I got one more, we're wrapping. All right? Somebody give me Hebrews 10. My favorite scripture right here. Give me Hebrews 10. We're going to start at verse, Hebrews 10, verse 22, and read down to 25, and we'll wrap it up.
This is Hebrews 10, verse 22. Let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith.
Right, full assurance of faith. You got to be fully assured that you believe, man. Fully grounded. Go ahead.
Having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith.
Let us hold fast the profession of our faith. Go ahead.
Without wavering.
Without wavering. Without being double-minded. Without being wishy-washy. Without being unsure. Read on.
For he is faithful as promised.
For he is faithful as promised. Believe that. Read on.
And let us not consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works.
Right, these exhortations, these admonishments to keep your faith alive, stay strong in the Lord, don't give up. You know, go ahead.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
Right, but exhorting one another as the more as you see the day approaching, as you see the day of the Lord approaching. You see that? So that's the spirit that we're pushing out to the sincere believers out there, man. To stay faithful, man, to stay grounded, man, to keep believing, man. All right, exercise that patience, man. Endure all things for the elect's sake. All right, because the Lord is getting ready to do the things that He promised, which is ultimately what? To destroy Babylon and to deliver the elect out of the nation of Israel. That's it. So hey, man, we pray that this lesson, this camp is edifying, man. All right, we're gonna close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ukakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone who taught us this truth. Double salutation to all you occupying laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing His word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. And shalom. Shalom.